World, Florida. Dr. Narco Longo. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Magic. Welcome to Florida, baby. Florida is the original Garden of Eden. Florida has the highest concentration of freshwater springs in the world. Florida oranges are the golden apples of mythology. A race of giant men once roamed this peninsula. The Smithsonian can suck my balls. Florida is littered with many ancient megalithic ship anchors, known as sacks or sleeves. I'm bringing Saxa back. Noah's Ark was constructed out of gopher wood. Gopher wood only grows one place in the world, Florida. Florida is the birthplace of the United States. The first Thanksgiving was in Florida. Let the black drink flow. Orange man good. Keep his way out of Florida. Old World, Florida.
Except King Adam, 100 years perfect.
Yeah.
No news tonight. 100 years perfect. Nothing went wrong. The news media is to make money, which is why I'm not allowed 100 years King Adam. Everything perfect. Nothing to tell you. See you tomorrow night. Everything will be perfect and nothing is wrong.
So Adam, how you doing today?
Blessed.
Yeah.
It's the Sabbath. It's the Lord's Day. So
You think Sunday's the Sabbath?
the Lord's Day. He rested.
Yeah. You think Sunday though?
You have to rest.
Okay. Interesting.
The
But
mind.
What's
The
up?
body doesn't need a rest. The mind does.
Okay. That's a good philosophy. So we were talking earlier today about your history, some of your life story,
The
and we've been trying to put this interview
the
together.
choices that weren't made by me.
Okay, that too, yeah. We've been trying to put this interview together for a couple months now, right?
Of course. I've done everything I could.
Yeah. And it finally lined up. So I'm really grateful to have you here. And
I'm thankful.
you've been pushing for this as much as I have, right?
The world hasn't heard.
Yeah. So, Adam, it's good to have you here this evening.
Thankful.
Well, yeah, I'm grateful to have you. But, you know, I work at the bookstore here. You live in town too. You're a well-known local guy. And I hear you a lot when you're outside. And
When I was at the
walking
West
around.
Palm Beach Police Fraternal Police Unit, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Fraternal Police Unit, 1998, for over a decade, no one had smartphones. No one even had a clue who I was. But here we are.
So, guys, give us a thumbs up if we sound good, look good. Oh, Adam, you've got the... I'll take the comments off so they're not in your face. Okay. So, Shelia, man, you, where were you born?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. And how'd you end up in Florida?
Dad's a doctor.
Your dad's a doctor.
Chief of Staff, J.F. Castro.
Okay.
Uncle a doctor. Cousin a doctor.
Right.
Now, moving to Alaska, being a doctor, is going to have a lot of patience.
Mhm.
But 2 states, Wyoming and West Virginia,
Yeah.
800,000 people, 500,000 people. There's still less than just Palm Beach County, 1.5 million people. You still have more people in one county than 2 states, which when doctors take a look at what their future is and what their choices are when they're in high school, in college, medical school, and how they want to get there. Even in other countries, they've got a system which could be insolvent, Medicare, Social Security, 2032.
Right.
All Social Security, Medicare, Ponzi scam is gone
Right.
because there isn't enough taxpayers to pay into it.
Okay.
And it's up to Congress, not the president, because it's not in the Constitution. It's entitlement and benefit. So the doctors look at it 2 ways.
Yeah.
We're going to lose the money if Congress doesn't fix it. Get all the money we can. Don't fix anything. So when that's what your parents tell you and they're doctors, you have to make a decision. Are we going to be the doctors of the doctors? Are we going to be the doctors who don't do their job?
Okay. How'd you get so into this stuff? Politics and what's wrong with the country and all that?
I had neighbors in Atlanta, Florida, but the hospital where Dad was chief of staff, and they were state senators, U.S. senators. Oh, there's the New York Giants, Wellington Mara. Oh, there's Carvel Ice Cream, Tom Carvel, mayors, congressmen,
Yeah.
judges, doctors,
Yeah,
and
here,
state attorneys.
Don't tap. Don't tap because it's gonna mess
Oh.
with the mic.
I
Sorry.
don't know about that. Okay.
That's all right.
So I have to balance a private sector versus something that's overwhelming called a public sector. Overwhelming and consuming.
Well, how about this? How about we skip to when you're 17 then?
When I joined the IDF and I
Yeah.
was drafted,
Yeah, tell that story.
well, I got off a plane and two soldiers were at the airport and took me to a base.
Right.
And every one of us were 17, but I was the only American in the entire unit. And I had to explain to these boys, these girls, all 17, about this United States of America sits down the streets of McDonald's and in the malls of Pizza Hut, and we can buy a Uzi with no background check and then go to Pizza Hut
Yeah.
and bring our Uzi with us to McDonald's. I explained why that wouldn't be legal in freedom, America.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that be legal? Then you have to go over each state, each city, and why casinos are Native American in Florida and can't be Italian or Jewish or any other people, and why that state chooses to make it that way. And in the United States of America, that's not illegal. It's what they want for that part of America.
Okay, so we're on the Native Americans right now.
Yes, the
But
freedom.
what airport were you at when you got?
Ben Gurion. We only had a few in 91.
That's in Israel.
In Israel. We've been building, it's only 200 miles from Palm Beach to Orlando. It's a small country. We're only 9 million people.
Okay.
I'm half Palestinian, which
So you're half Palestinian.
With 5 million Palestinians, Abu Mazen, President Palestine, and the West Bank and Gaza, two separate parts, a two-state solution. It goes back to what Yitzhak Rabin was doing. It goes back to what Ehud Barak was doing. It goes back to Ariel Sharon. And I have some friends. They see Ehud Barak around Israel on their Facebook shadow. And we know why Ariel Sharon and Yitzhak Rabin were assassinated.
Why?
For giving up too much.
Okay.
There's only so much you can give up.
So you show up in Israel, around 17 years old.
Yes, sir.
And they put you in the IDF.
Yes, sir.
Against your will?
Yes, sir.
How'd that happen? Tell me more.
7 years do not allow air in their bank account or their pocket. They cannot buy a return flight to America. They have a scheduled date.
Okay.
Now,
well, you said you were the only American.
This Saddam Hussein.
You said you were visiting
I was
Israel?
supposed to be, but Saddam decided to launch a war with Scud missiles.
Okay.
And Hamas decided to blow up the buses.
Okay.
Which changed why we need Jews returning to Israel who aren't 80 years old and can't help us.
Right.
We're 80-year-olds. I can't sit them out because we're blowing up our buses.
Okay. So you're half Israeli too?
Yes, sir.
And your family goes back to
all
Israel?
The way back. All the way back. Dad, Chicago, mom, New York. All the way back.
That's about as Israeli as you can get. Right?
Hey, all the way back.
Chicago, New York.
Chicago, New York. And the stories I heard in the 70s and 80s. Mom's side's Italian, Ukrainian. Dad's side's Spanish, French, German. And dad's a doctor that speaks German.
Okay.
Es muy difícil para yo aquí en el tiene trabajo para usar de habla español solamente de mi padre. Speaking Deutsch aquí en Estados, aquí en Colombia y Venezuela y todo ver aquí en muerte ustedes y no tienen nada aquí de hacer solamente yo. Porque Cuba entiendo, yo soy aquí y habla español, no inglés para nada. Now, I speak Spanish and I understand. But the job is to just speak Spanish. That's the only reason I was raised highly.
All right. So what happened?
I
You're
was supposed to
17.
go to Spain
Okay.
in Barcelona
Yeah.
and be a translator at our embassy, work security.
Israel, Spain.
Israel, Spain, so we
Embassy?
could build a Venezuela, Colombia, a Palestine, Israel, 2 countries. I'm a Palestinian, and Spain had the Inquisition. I don't know if you're familiar with Spanish Inquisition because Adolf Hitler was busy.
A little bit.
The Spanish Inquisition was tricky,
Yeah.
which goes back to what the Latino community versus the Hispanic community was taught.
Okay.
There is a difference between Spain, España, de mi familia, Barcelona, y Boricua, y Cuba,
Mm-hmm.
y El Salvador, y Honduras, y Walter Lopez.
Yeah.
Why would Walter Lopez from Honduras know me? Or Romano, a priest from Brazil?
So, what were you were telling me before we hopped on? What happened when you were younger, around your bar mitzvah? You had like a pen pal in the Soviet Union.
They asked me to go on NBC,
Yeah.
and the Palm Beach Post wanted an interview. There was a letter I'd received from the Soviet Union after I had contacted someone trying to go to Israel, a 13-year-old who wanted to leave Russia, perestroika, and glasnost, and get out of Mikhail Gorbachev and Boris Yeltsin. And I wrote a letter to them, and they wrote a letter back to me, and it had the Russia stamps, the envelope, everything. And those stamps, the post office, depending on what country they're in, they become important, like that upside down airplane stamp.
Yeah.
And it made a difference in Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev in the Soviet Union. But
So do you think this was the beginnings of your international kind of?
yes, it wasn't my choice.
How you first maybe got earmarked or
the
marked
boats in Miami, the boats at Key West, and Mel Fisher, and the gold, and the boats.
Is that your last name?
Yes.
Do you want? You don't have to share it if you want to.
Yes, Adam McFish. The boats made a difference because it was only cash. We couldn't use Bitcoin. We couldn't use Ethereum. Couldn't use Apple Pay.
So you couldn't use Ethereum?
Nothing. There was nothing.
When was that?
In the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s. There was nothing. So we had to do the work a different way, which is why they eliminated the $10,000 bill, the $5,000 bill, the $1,000 bill, the $500 bill in the U.S. economy, and where the bags and duffel bags on the boats can't be brought back. It has to be redone. All the cash on Friday is supposed to be deposited back by Monday for all the paychecks.
Well, hang on. Let's get back on track here a little bit.
But that's the economy.
Right. So you're
The economy.
You're 17 in Israel, and
That's before I was 17, by the way.
Yeah,
that's the money before that.
But you were pen pals with a Jewish kid.
Yes.
In the Soviet Union,
which had other money, the rubles, instead of the U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
Which meant the same things had to be paid for over there.
And I looked this up. It's true what you said about your pen pal in the
Soviet
Soviet
Union.
It is. There's newspaper articles out there. That is true. That's true. So
just like my uncle went to China, Secretary of Commerce, Samuel Roosevelt.
Who is that? Say that again.
Samuel Roosevelt, Korean War veteran.
That's your uncle?
Uncle. His brother Paul Roosevelt served in Korea too.
What's his name?
Sam Rosenblatt. His wife Irma.
Is Sam Rosenblatt she/they is a queer Jewish Asian American theater artist?
No,
that's not you.
No, that's not right. Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Rosenblatt.
You could try Chevy Chase, Maryland. He's from Chevy Chase, Maryland. His wife Irma worked at the White House. Secretary of Commerce Nixon went to China. You check with
Oh,
Nixon.
it's hard to see. I can't really Google search right now.
You
but-
can check with Nixon.
So okay, Sam
with that.
Rosenblatt is your
He's
uncle.
my uncle. Yeah.
Okay,
He went to China.
nice.
The only president went to China so far.
Well,
Trump says
how about,
Z will
how
be
about
back
this? How about this?
America.
You're 17. How long were you actually in the IDF?
in 90 days.
90 days.
90 days.
That's not very long.
Got straight to Mossad.
Straight to Mossad.
Colombia. God bless, man.
So they picked you out, selected you.
I was walking and I started speaking Spanish. The Colombian sergeant who showed up in our unit training us.
Okay.
I got pulled aside for a job after that because the only one in our entire unit speaks Spanish, and I'm the only American.
So you're the only American in your unit and the only guy who spoke Spanish, and that sets you apart.
Set me completely apart.
Okay.
And the Colombian asked me to go to Spain, work at the embassy,
Okay.
just like Jerusalem, the embassy, United States of America, said Tel Aviv, the capital.
Right.
It's important where the embassies are. It was there and it was working there. Since I'm half Palestinian, they wanted a way to talk to the Spanish queen, the Spanish king about Palestine and Israel and how we're going to build two states.
Try and be quiet, Kyle. Thanks.
And building two states is complicated.
Right.
It's not as easy as you think. Not everyone's going to agree with that. So you have to fight to not fight.
And just real quick, you grew up Jewish, right?
Only.
But you're half Palestinian too.
Yes. Which means I didn't learn anything about the Islamic religion until I was Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt.
And you've got reddish hair, right?
I do.
Pretty reddish.
I do.
That's cool. Do you know your blood type?
A plus.
A plus. You're a positive guy.
I'm a people person.
Yeah,
And
I can
the
tell.
people pleaser is
Hear that, ladies?
the idea.
So, okay.
That's a good one.
No, we were somewhere really good. It was really heating up.
That was good.
So you're talking about you get selected out of the IDF
Mhm.
to do something special because of your
Mhm.
ability to speak Spanish.
Mhm.
And how'd that turn out?
The American general showed up and asked me to lead Al Qaeda and the Sandinistas.
So Al Qaeda and Sandinistas.
So they asked me to take over. Currently running military operations, and I can hire my own people for the ones killed and then quit. You can hire your own people afterwards, but
You hear?
I wish I had this then. I was sitting there in Syria. Look at those generals. Oh, if they were alive today.
All right.
Oh.
So how'd you end up in Mossad? The general. What happened with the Sandinistas? Who are the Sandinistas?
It's Nicaragua, Daniel Ortega. Get the Russians out of this.
The Who-Ragua?
Nicaragua. Daniel Ortega, the Sandinistas.
That's not crack. It's not Cracker-Ragua we're talking about. Is it?
No. I try to joke with Hunter Biden all the time. Look.
You tried to.
Try to joke with Hunter Biden all the time. It's not as easy as you think speaking Spanish and being American. The rest of the world understands how many Latinos are surrounding us. So I've done my best to count the rest of the world and make sure our own Americans are at ease with how that lifestyle can make a difference in the long run. Like when the Queen of Spain and Christopher Columbus found America.
Right.
The idea is to create a better America. And with each of us helping each other, we create a better America. Now, looking at Americans, you can't see any difference. If you see a difference in Americans, we lose America. There can't be a difference, Democrat or Republican. Taxpayer capitalism. There can't be a difference in America. But you can't be President, ma'am, Tommy. You were not born in America. You're born in Uganda.
Hear that? Say that one more time.
You cannot be President, ma'am, Tommy.
Ma'am Donnie.
Yes, you were born in Uganda, not
the-
Phoenix, Arizona, not the United States of America. You cannot be president. And we'll give you all the jobs you want, even if you're not born in the United States of America. But you cannot be president. And that is the birthright issue and other things the Supreme Court is going to be seeing along the way to make a difference, to make America great again, and to continue what we've all started, to build a better America for all American people, while ensuring that we have people born in the United States of America as president.
Yeah. I love the power stance. You're kind of mogging me right now, not gonna lie.
I had to go.
Did they teach you that in the IDF?
The IDF made it difficult. I don't like rappelling off mountains. I don't like flying in planes.
So
It's not quite a choice sometimes.
So here, we'll get to the Sandinistas in a sec.
Yeah.
What was the IDF like? Like those, you said only
5:30 a.m.
Did you get any training?
All training, all day.
Did you make it out of training?
That's why I'm here.
Okay. So what was your day-to-day like in the IDF?
The Navy SEALs, when we killed bin Laden, 2011, spent 4 weeks at the beach with me. 4 weeks at the beach with me, 2010. 4 weeks in 2009.
I don't know.
And I ran for a mile or two along the beach. Then I got my boogie board and went out and got waves. Then I got back and yelled at those Navy SEAls. So we killed bin Laden. We did a good job, 2011.
All right, so that's 2011, but you were in the IDF like 1991-ish,
That's why I yelled at them.
and the Scud missiles were coming over.
Yes, sir.
You were telling me that you didn't go there to sign up for the IDF.
No, sir.
But-
Walked off a plane and taken by 2 soldiers.
But since you were there, they scooped you up and put you into the military.
That's 100% correct, sir.
Did you carry a gun?
Every day.
Yeah.
I love my F-16. It's a great gun. In New Hampshire, since I was 6 years old, we were using the 22s in target practice.
Yeah.
Camp Anaki every summer for 9 years. Dad gave me the 45s, the 357s, the 38s.
Yeah.
I learned to shoot since I was like 4 years old, target ranges and all that. So it wasn't difficult all the years I already had the gun. Just
Yeah. Did you use it? You don't have to tell me.
not on anyone, no, sir.
Good.
I got to shoot targets though.
Nice.
Night fire exercises, fires, bonfires. But gotta hit the target.
Okay, so the Sandinistas, who are they? What are they? They're like
They're
Central
a rebellion
American
force.
guerrillas.
Guerrillas kick out the Russians who invaded, took over the government, communists,
Right.
and get rid of their communist president, like the Colombian who ordered Trump assassinated.
And so you were supposed to be in Spain.
Supposed to be in Spain originally, and then changed to running Nicaragua, Al Qaeda, and using the 15 million illegals in America to get them out of here.
So how'd you end up in America doing? How'd you end up in Florida?
They flew me back to where I started, where I went to high school, where I grew up.
Did you grow up in Florida?
Mhm.
So
Went to
you
high school in
You
Palm
said-
Beach County, went to middle school in Palm Beach County.
said you're from Atlantis, right?
Yes, sir.
That's
But I was
just-
born in Phoenix, Arizona, which
Yeah.
it wasn't my choice. Dad's a doctor.
You're a
Yes.
Phoenix by birth.
Yeah, Phoenix by birth. Dad wanted to be a doctor where there'd be more elderly for Medicare and Social Security. In Florida, with more people in Palm Beach County, the 2 states, Wyoming and West Virginia, will make more money off the elderly in Florida.
Right.
And with baby boomers,
Well,
you
hang
get-
on. They wanted you to come to Florida.
Mhm,
Mossad did.
they did, which
What to do? To do what?
so that my parents wouldn't know I'm actually working Mossad. Go pretend my life is normal.
Okay. And
My parents would find out I'm Mossad if I did something abnormal. Besides, go back to Florida.
and what were they having you do in Florida?
Wait till you turn 18 and become a convicted felon. You can't have a job, and you could work spying and put your name in the phone book. We'll bring you cash to the address in your phone book.
Uh-huh. Were they having you do small time stuff?
They needed illegal immigrants, 15 million of them. We needed them for Nicaragua. We needed to find immigrants for Afghanistan. It's illegal to use Americans to fight in Afghanistan. You have to use non-Americans. It's legal to use Americans in Nicaragua. So initially, you use non-Americans. I was allowed to hire the non-Americans.
Okay.
This
Well, what
country
about-
has 15 million of them.
What about
This is all
Mossad?
to get extra ones.
What
for
type
that.
of Mossad activities were you doing in Florida? Like,
Finding terrorists who are trying to buy missiles and bombs, or finding terrorists who are trying to use the drug money to finance their terrorism, to plant bombs, commit
Mhm.
terrorism. That money's got to come from somewhere. If the Americans have the drug money, it makes it a lot easier to stop the terrorists from financing their terrorism. So the idea was to cancel all the terrorists financing terrorism off the drug money initially
so
for the Mossad.
before we started, you mentioned that you were like breaking into houses and stuff when you were young. Not recently, of course.
Well,
Were they having you do that?
houses
having
houses
you-
were being built. They weren't occupied. They were unoccupied houses, and we used them to throw keg parties in the 90s.
That's not what you told. That's not what you told me earlier.
Those were for keg parties in the 90s. They were being built. They were currently unoccupied. And then the realtors, they had keys, and some of their families on real estate agents in Lantana, and they would open up the houses with the keys. And
But you told me that I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you said that Mossad told you to, oh, this guy lives over here.
no. When
keep
they're
an
at
eye
parties,
on him
no. When they're at
in South Florida.
parties, they told me what parties they'd be at.
Okay, so they'd have you go to parties.
That's the only way to get the beepers and the cell phones
Okay.
in the 90s.
Okay, tell more.
Well,
see where-
at
see
a
where-
party, if they're too drunk, you can get what you need from them.
Okay.
And there's a way, if your friend's the DJ, if your friend's the host of the party, to make sure they're too drunk and they're non-American citizens.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't born in the USA. Just like the CIA that was helping Cambodia.
Yeah.
That's why it's difficult with our director of the FBI charged with lying to Congress. How can we say it's legal to lie, but not to Congress or the courts? It's certainly legal to lie, just not the Congress or the courts.
Yeah.
And I don't want the American people to lose faith in that. As long as you're not lying to Congress or the courts, you won't be judged by Jesus or anyone else. This is America.
We'll get to Jesus a little bit later. I'd love to. But
Uh,
what? You said you turned 18. What did your 20s look like? Early 20s. You're in South Florida.
College, University of Florida, Orlando.
Yeah. Were you still part of?
Oh
So-
yeah, we had so much fun in Orlando in the 90s. Oh, we had fun in Orlando. You think of Disney World, the Disney World, the real Disney World.
Just reminiscing now.
Oh, if you guys could live at Disney World, you would understand. You just actually gotta live at Disney World.
Does Mossad have anything to do with Disney World? Just fun.
I can
Mossad just likes
confirm or deny That Mossad, you're doing it.
Okay. So you're in your 20s. You're telling me about a surf shop, though.
Lots of shots.
You worked at a surf shop. You owned one, or what?
Nah. My buddy Jeff at Island Water Sports. I was there for a year, helping make sure the clients picked out what they needed because some of us actually paddled out and went CBS surfing a couple times. But that was before health problems. Everything's before health problems. When you're over 35, and I'm 52 years old,
Yeah.
everything's about health problems. And the idea about health problems is to mitigate them, which you under 35, I'm trying to prepare you. It's about health problems. It's not so much about whatever else you think we're doing with Obamacare and Congress and the shutdown. It's about health problems. So I'm trying to.
Well, tell me how you got involved with the
Dad's a doctor, uncle's
surf-
a doctor.
surf shop.
Well,
'Cause that's a big part of your life,
well,
right?
well, yes, because if you dedicate yourself, I would have been skiing in Vail, Colorado, instead of surfing.
Yeah.
But I was being gassed in my apartment, City Place, 2009. Federal judges, West Palm Beach.
Okay.
You have to get outside as much as you can. Obama is going to gas your air conditioning. You have no choice. The federal judges, West Palm Beach.
Not wrong.
So I'm doing the best I can with that, which mitigates why Obamacare. Starbucks. Spent a few years every day at Starbucks to mitigate certain problems for you, the young people. You wouldn't understand. Rachel Tanner,
So hang on.
Connor
spend-
Garrett.
You spend a certain amount of time a day at Starbucks.
I used to
help?
mitigate healthcare. There was a few problems with Obamacare in the early days.
When was your birthday again?
March 20, 74.
March 20th. Aries.
Pisces.
You sure?
100%.
Pisces?
Pisces.
Well, you're right on the cusp.
Last day cusp.
Yeah.
That's cusp.
You like astrology? What's your moon sign?
I don't know. Never found out.
Okay.
I'll find, if you want to tell me, I'll be happy to know. But
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
I've
But-
never checked.
So, this surf shop. What you were telling me before, it sounded like this. You worked at a surf shop, and that was a big part of your life. And then when that kind of fell apart, you've kind of been on not rough shape, but kind of wandering ever since.
Before that was West Palm Beach Police, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Police Union. President Obama, President Biden did not want me continuing my job with law enforcement since I have clearance to Mossad, which interfered with their agenda, not the American people's agenda. And when you let certain individuals pervade the entire American people, we lose what we're doing as a people.
So how about this? How did you get uninvolved with the IDF or Mossad and all that? What was your departure from that?
The
lifestyle?
Patriot Act. It
Okay.
gives the Israelis the ability to spy on all your smartphones. Gives the Israelis the ability to spy on everything you're doing, which is why Z and Putin and all their smartphones have no more payphones in their countries. And why the Freemasons and churches play a bigger part than, say, the media or the politicians. If they don't want you to have electricity or plumbing, they won't have electricity. They'll bomb it. There won't be electricity or plumbing. If they don't want you to have certain things, payphones, technology, they want you dependent on knowing your next move, your next contact. They have a hidden agenda. Now, that has to be fought at its root core to say that the word freedom actually has some meaning, which you have to define for yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't quite look for Jesus or anyone else. Look to believe in yourself.
Okay.
Not everyone's done that since 9/11. They've been worried about Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis.
So how'd you end up on the streets? How about that?
Did I say Obama and Biden?
No.
Did I say Mamdani?
Well,
Did I
he
say the
wasn't-
Pakistani Taliban?
He wasn't around yet.
Did I say Hamas? Did Hamas join Fatah?
Yeah.
Did Hamas join Al-Aqsa Brigade? Did Hamas join Islamic Jihad? Did Hamas join Muslim Brotherhood? They have lots of terrorist groups they can always join.
Yeah.
They do not have to stay in one. So the ability to move between terrorist groups is why we, the IDF.
Well, you talk a lot. You talk about Al Qaeda a lot when you're walking
It's
by.
very important because Bin
Yeah.
Laden quit. He became a terrorist.
Who was Bin Laden the real bad guy, or was
the real bad guy? You have to finish going to Russians.
who was the real bad guy?
The real bad guy is the Russians, the communists.
Russians.
The Russians, the communists. Soviet Union, communists. Communism is pervasive. It doesn't understand the point of capitalism. It doesn't understand the point of continuing capitalism. So the idea of communism is defeated just like socialism. There's no way to provide for everyone if no one has anything. How do you provide for everyone if no one has anything? It all goes to the state. No one has anything.
So, what was your last involvement with the IDF?
91.
What happened?
Other than I left Israel, other than the ones that flew in, left the next day and showed up at
Right.
my apartment. My address was in the phone book. They could find me whenever they wanted in the 90s, in the 2000s. I couldn't remove my address in the phone book. I had to publish my home phone
Well,
number.
here, help me out here, okay?
Payphones and white pages and yellow pages and phone books. They were everywhere.
How do we get to the surf shop though? 'Cause you,
The idea behind a surf shop is that we have more coastline in Florida than any other state in America except Alaska.
okay.
And it never snows in Florida.
Yeah.
Which means your kids who have to go to school have a way to have a better future away from the crack dealers and the gunshots. Just go to the beach and go surfing each day until it's time to make money. Stay away from the problems until you actually need to go make money.
Yeah.
That's the idea behind surf shop. That's just for Florida. I can't do that.
So how'd you get involved with one? You had a friend who worked there?
I had a friend who owned it.
Okay.
They just asked me to work there. Angelina Madolfo, Alexa Nikolakis.
Well, you don't have to name them, but
I know.
you were more or less like normal then.
Yeah, 2017. Sure.
And what happened? So that
I was at the homeless center, and the black woman,
well, when did you go homeless?
2014,
That's not that long ago.
12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before that, you were more or less like you had a house or an apartment.
Apartment. That way,
Yeah.
we grow weed, shut it down, nothing gets seized, run a marijuana business, make $200,000 a year in cash, and keep the surf business going.
So you grew wheat.
Oh yeah, me and lots of friends.
Was that involved with? Is that what Mossad wanted you to do?
In order to stop the terrorists from growing weed and selling it
Wait, what?
for less prices and human trafficking our women buyers, if they're just going to human traffic the women that buy the weed, and they're not staying in America anyway, they're going to sell the drugs for less prices. Since they're going to human traffic the women anyway and not stay in America. Now you have to know that and have friends who aren't American already in that. And understand how to stop that while balancing that out. Having friends who are going to sell the drugs for less, just human traffic their women customers, and leave America anyway. You have to know the ones who plan to leave America anyway, which is very tricky.
Do you think that the IDF or Mossad messed with you at all?
No.
Why do you? No, no. Why do you think you are the way you are?
Jeb Bush, his wife's Mexican. He's the governor.
Jeb Bush's wife is Mexican.
Yes, and he's the governor.
That's,
Which,
that's the why.
yeah, 2000, 2008, before these smartphones, which, yeah. Yeah.
You know, I parked his car once.
You did?
Jeb Bush.
Yeah. You have to be a little gracious and demure.
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 You like that word?
I do.
Um.
How many young people will see the respect there for them?
So what's up with what else? What is it? What's important? You wanted to do this interview too.
Well, the idea is to go to 15 states and talk to the American people and get the American people back going the direction they should. Working with factories, manufacturing, unions, and jobs. And talk about the infrastructure, the economy, free electricity, all plastic, all paper, made from hemp. Certain issues that no one else could bring to the table. No one else could ever fix. But I'm being restricted. And I'd like to see the money in my account. I'd like to see them funded. I get 4 million on 90 million. I get 8 million on 100 million.
How about this?
I'm not looking to be billionaire to fix the country. I'd like to see some money though.
You'd like to be a millionaire, then?
There's 18 million Americans, millionaires.
Yeah.
45,000 or $50 million. I'm asking for 4 million myself on 90 million, 8 million myself on 100 million. And I'm sure the billionaires can laugh their ass off forever about this one, like some of the ones that passed away.
So how'd you? Long story short, how'd you end up just kind of on your own? You know what happened?
$1 trillion, lead Al Qaeda, Sandinistas, put in my gold teeth, don't leave me homeless, don't get girls in my car, make all the music movies comics about me, and the CNFBI and the deep state read that and sell me out. I got sold out by our own people, which is why direct the FBI is charged with lying to Congress. And maybe John Bolton's friend, John Brennan, direct to see it.
Did you see anything in the IDF that like would mess you up or traumatize you? Or
I had to walk backwards out of a landmine field.
Okay.
That's no fun.
You see, like messed up stuff and
No.
bomb victims.
Well, yeah, buses blowing up, but that's normal. It's all back in 1991. Hey, that was a bus, kaboom.
But you don't point to your time in the IDF or anything that happened afterwards as being, a contributing factor to your unique
the only problem I have is I didn't tell everyone I was in the IDF.
Okay.
It's difficult to find out how they know I was in the IDF. I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. I want to know how they know I'm IDF. I didn't tell Tyler. If I didn't tell the Marines and Neil Brown, is it written down somewhere? Is the government not paying me what it's supposed to? The government shut down my funding. The government shuts down sometimes, even food stamps.
Yeah.
Sometimes they shut things down. We don't get a vote on that all the time, do we? The Imperial have things shut down, even food stamps, and they didn't get a vote. We, the Israelis, 12 years ago, I didn't get a vote. They shut down all my funding.
I think you got a text.
No, that's an app. It tells me it's 6 p.m. I had to download an app because the smartphone's not smart enough to tell me it's 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Only the app could do that.
So what do you think about America and Israel and Palestine?
Great. And if you can just disarm them in January with the international force, we can get the Italian builders in there and rebuild it.
Italian builders?
They're good at construction. We built the beach. We're good at construction. We built the Freedom Tower. Italian builders. We'll get it built.
Okay. What else? Anything else you want to share since we're here? I was trying to get you to talk about this your time with the surf shop, and I thought that was very
The
interesting.
more important
because
part, the more important part is the future of America. Going to 15 states, rebuilding our infrastructure, our agriculture, rebuilding our economy, working with the factories, the manufacturing, the jobs, the unions, things that are legal in Florida. I can't put those in Florida, just like only Native Americans can own casinos in Florida. I can't change a right to work state Florida. I'd have to go to Atlanta, talk to Chick-fil-A, Coca-Cola. New York, Pete Luger's, The Palm, Pfizer, Eli Lilly, GlaxoSmithKline. Go to Chicago, talk about Nike, Cleveland, Nike. Talk about Uno's, Duo's, Gino's Pizza, franchising. Get to Oregon, California. Talk about maybe making iPhones in America, maybe making Google phones in America and taking that market in China. And then get to Texas, talk to Michael Dell about making computers in America and giving those jobs to our own people and making us here and paying them the wages we're giving to China and Europe and bringing the jobs back to America.
So here, let me say this, and you tell me if you got anything to respond to it. When I first told my friend that I was going to have an interview with you, I talked about your time at a surf shop, which, contrary to what we've said,
well,
today,
I started Blockbuster Video in
is actually
McDonald's.
a lot. Well, the impression you gave me before was that you spent a lot of time at this surf shop, and that's kind of where they wanted you to be, and all that. Now, my friend let me know, and correct me if I'm wrong if you know otherwise, but my friend told me that in the lead up to 9/11, there was a lot of the quote unquote terrorists who were involved. They were all in South Florida, like Broward County, Dade County, Palm Beach County. I've done some shows on that. Now, what's interesting is during that same time, in the year leading up to 9/11, Mossad was also very, active in South Florida at the same time. Now, Mossad in those days, in the late 90s, early 2000s, they were very keen on setting up like safe houses or outposts in swimwear shops, surf shops, wings, those surf shops like that, and also kiosks at the mall.
We could get the license plate.
The spy
off all the
stores
cars.
at the mall.
You could get the license plates off the cars of the ones that bought bikinis back then. Human traffic, a lot of things.
Is there any truth to what I said? Does that
Yes.
sound?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called corruption.
Do you think?
There's a lot of bad people, even in Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think your time spent at the swimwear shop had anything to do with that?
Yeah.
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 I'm not just misassociating things.
No.
Because that's kind of how you explained it to me before.
No, there are bad Mossad agents.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
But you don't think that your time there messed you up at all or anything?
I'm the good one.
You're good, yeah.
I'm the good one.
Okay, well, that's a good outlook. But
I'm the good one.
what do you think the worst drug is?
Huh?
What do you think the worst drug is?
Grimace. Purple fentanyl.
Grimace?
Purple fentanyl.
Purple fentanyl. That Grimace shake?
Grimace. Purple fentanyl.
People be hitting the Grimace?
Nah. That's,
Okay. What about alcohol, though? You like to drink?
Aliens from outer space look at things different than humans, so you have to balance certain things out once in a while since you can't quite do what you wanted. So I got to drive, designate driver, have a car, and go play basketball. No drinking, no cigarettes. If I got to be homeless, lots of drinking, lots of cigarettes. I got to be homeless anyway. Might as well drink it. When that changes, we'll do the other one. If it's all gone, so you balance that. A zero is a zero. So you balance the zero. If it's got to be zero, I will balance that.
Well said.
Can't always be zero.
Anything else you want to share? Any stories? Anything? We're talking about all this stuff. Probably won't get an opportunity to do it again. What would you?
No, that's Stephanie Abrams and I, the Today Show, the Weather Channel. We went to high school together.
Who?
Stephanie on NBC, the Today Show.
That's your girl?
We went to high school together. I know a lot of friends.
Yeah.
My stepbrother, CNN, showed then, ABC News Miami. Eddie was short. He went to Kobe's trial in Colorado when he didn't rape that girl. He didn't rape that girl. It was a great trial.
It was a great trial.
It was a great trial. That was 2025. I was the 50-year-old geezer. We gotta laugh once in a while. Well, we're getting 52 soon.
Yeah.
52 years old. Older than the governor. Which,
what do you think of the governor?
He's doing great as far.
DeSantis.
Yeah, doing great.
You like DeSantis?
No complaints at all.
No complaints. Amen. We'll leave it at that.
Okay,
What about Trump?
no complaints?
No complaints. Would you say you're a Zionist or you're more pro-Israel?
100% Zionist.
Yeah.
100%. Because the Christians are some of the greatest people ever.
You like the Christians?
I like the Muslims. I
You
like the Hindu.
Muslims?
Odin, Vishnu, Allah, Yahweh, Cha. I like everybody. But there are bad people.
Yeah. Who's the worst? Who's the worst people?
There are no worse people. That's why when I was in jail with those death row inmates at 18, I wanted to talk to them. Just on death row. That's that.
Okay. What else? Anything else you want to share?
Try and fix things as I can. But
Yeah.
look for small miracles for now. I'm still hopeless. I have to at least have like a line, a baseline.
Yeah.
Homeless can't be it. So I'll see if the American people can put money in an account. My email is A2000-2009.
Yeah. Plug your stuff. Plug your Zelle.
Well, myself,
Yeah, whatever.
A2000-2009 gmail.com. You can sell money to my email. That way I don't give up any confidential information. A20million2009 at gmail.com.
A20 million?
Well,
Or A2000.
20002009 at gmail.com.
So it's A2000
2009
2009
at gmail.com.
at gmail.com. I'll type it in. Let's see if that's right. A2000 2009 at gmail.com.
That's
Right.
the one. Yeah. 8 numbers, 1 letter. Oh,
All right, guys, go like and subscribe to his Zelle. You got a Twitter, right? Too
I did Notorious Jody.
Notorious what?
God.
Notorious God.
Notorious God.
That's your Twitter.
Notorious God.
Okay.
I was sure there'd be some issues, so I wanted to secure domain names.
Yeah.
Secure the domain.
What about Facebook? You want people to hit you up on Facebook?
They can show on Facebook. They canceled one account. They can always cancel the next one. Donald was banned. Didn't they ban Donald Trump for like years for Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to start his own True Social. They get out of control.
Do you feel like you got some stuff out tonight?
I hope so. I hope I got like a foot in the door. But
Does it help? Is this
everything we do in life helps.
Is this therapeutic at all?
The question is, how many others does it help? Even if you just help yourself, it's still just one.
Yeah, why don't you leave the people with some wisdom?
They know more than I do. They always know more than I do. My wish is that they use that wisdom to further what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And make it better for themselves by making it better for me. If it gets better for me, it obviously gets better for them.
Right.
There is no downside for that, which is the insanity of it all, of COVID-19 and Corona.
Did you take the vax?
No, sir. We got the free food at Hallie's. We got the free buses. Same thing I do for this food stamp problem. I'd give them all free buses and free food stamps. Go to Hallie's and get free food. Because if they can't get the free food stamps, they're going to need free buses and free food at some point. If it goes on for years, not just months, which the government can filibuster, a government can gridlock and make itself not work. It's a machine that eats itself. And other governments, especially the Israelis, we understand that.
You want to speak some Spanish again? That was pretty sick.
¿Tú quieres hablar español ahora?
Un poco.
¿Qué tú quieres ahora?
Por favor.
Es importante de vivir en Estados Unidos para tu familia de trabajo. Nosotros necesitamos aquí. Es mucho dinero para ustedes de todo el globo, aquí en tu americano. Es no importante que calor, a donde tú quieras para Dios. No importante aquí en tu mariposa y maricón. ¿Qué es importante que viven en Estados Unidos y trabajo? Aquí en tu quiero familia y niños. Entiendo, este es 1,000,000 para tu niño, para 18 años. Es no poco, Estados Unidos. Entiendo. Y buenas noches. Gracias.
All right, Adam. Well, that's some good stuff, man.
Bien?
Maybe we'll do another one. Maybe not.
All right.
You think you're gonna be saying as much stuff outside the store?
I
now?
try to keep it as quiet as possible.
I don't care, but you feel like you got it out.
There's a few interferences.
You've been pretty good recently.
I have, but there's some interference that if it would just not complain about my people knowing the work they did, they'd be much better off. But my people do know the work they did. And it's not on TV, and they're not in jail. They shouldn't be complaining until they're actually in jail or it's on TV.
Who's your people?
The Israelis.
That's your people. Number one.
No.
Do you speak any Hebrew?
Ani lo David.
That was that Hebrew?
That's Hebrew for I don't speak Hebrew.
Oh, okay.
Every Southern Israel, I do like David. What am I going to say to tell I don't speak Hebrew?
All right. We're going to wrap it up here. We did a good hour. Appreciate you spending your time with us, Adam. All right, man. See ya. Everyone out there, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys gained some good insights.
Everything, man.
Peace. Hit up Adam. Get him a Zelle if you want. Buy him a drink, whatever.
That's right.
Peace.
Thank you a lot. I'll try later. For now, I'm still